welcome back. Today is our final video on our mechanic lien system. Today I want to talk about the fifth and final part of the system. But before we go there, I want to take a look at where we've been throughout this video series. First, we determined whether or not you were even entitled to a mechanic lien or whether you wanted to file one in the first place. And then we talked about getting the relevant information, the accurate and relevant information collected for your forms, and then to put all of that information into a standardized checklist. And with that checklist, then you can prepare the pre-lien notices if you're required to send one out, or if you want to send one out. And then also use the checklist to prepare the mechanic lien if you're a general contractor, or the mechanic lien if you're a subcontractor. And now we're to the fifth and final step of the mechanic lien system. And that is to file your foreclosure suit within 1 year. So say, for example, that you have collected all your information, prepared your checklist, prepared the pre-lien notice, you mailed it out, you then went ahead and used the checklist and prepared your mechanic lien. You filed it at the county clerk's office in the county where the project is located, and you still don't get paid. So what do? Well, the statutes require that you file a lawsuit to foreclose your mechanic lien within 1 year of filing your mechanic lien. And that is a very hard date. If you miss that date, then your lien is invalid. So you have to make sure that you create your system to diary out 1 year to make sure that you know when that deadline is. Some people make a business decision to go ahead and file their foreclosure suit immediately after filing their mechanic lien. Some decide to wait until the end. So whatever business decision you make for your business is fine. But just remember, you have to do that within 1 year of filing the mechanic lien. Now, this fifth and final step, please go to your lawyer. Let he or her guide you through this process, because we don't want you to practice law and get in trouble. But that's when you need to bring your lawyers involved, or bring your lawyers on board to make sure that all the papers are done correctly, that the suit is filed correctly, that you determine who all the parties are who need to be brought into the suit, and then move forward to collect your amounts due. Now, the good news is that in a foreclosure suit, if you win, if you go into court and prove to the court that you're entitled to your money and you successfully prevail, then you're entitled to your attorney's fees as well. Now, the downside of that is if you lose, then you're responsible to the losing side's attorney's fees. So the fifth and final step in this mechanic lien system is to go talk to your lawyer and let them make sure that they get everything put together. And the beauty of this system is you've done all the work. If this is something you've done without help from your lawyer, which I always recommend that you do, but if you don't, then you have a file put together that you can just hand that lawyer, and you're going to save yourself a lot of money by providing the information for him and to move forward with the foreclosure suit. So just remember, on the fifth and final section of your mechanic lien system is to make sure you file that mechanic lien suit within 1 year of the filing of the mechanic lien. Now let's talk briefly about a subject that we really haven't touched on. Now, our mechanic lien system is designed for private property. Now, let me say that again. Everything we've talked about up to this point is to file a mechanic lien on private property. Okay. And the reason I say that is there's two classes of property that you cannot file liens on. And that one is public projects. So if it is a governmental owned project, you cannot file a lien on that project. Now, the good news is that it should have a bond on the project, and you can make a claim against the bond. And that's beyond the scope of what we're talking about here. But just be aware that you cannot file a mechanic lien on public projects. The next category of property will be Native American projects. Again, Native American projects are sovereign nations, and a lien cannot be filed against their property. Now, the good news is most situations, there will be a bond in place, may or may not be a bond in place, but that's something you want to talk to your lawyer about. But again, that's beyond the scope of what we're talking about here. Just remember that you cannot file a lien against any Native American projects. So let's go ahead and summarize where we've been through this video series. Again, we talked about the fact that a great mechanic lien system has 5 parts. First, you determine whether or not you're entitled to a lien, or whether you even want to file a lien against the property. And then what I think is the most important part of this system is finding the relevant, and the one word I left out of that is accurate information. You need to find the relevant and accurate information. The third step is to prepare and serve the correct pre-lien notice. And then we talked about preparing and filing the mechanic lien statement. And then the fifth and final step is to file the foreclosure action. So this has been an overview of the entire mechanic lien system. Now, I want to make one point. This video series is not intended to cover every single situation involving mechanic liens. It's designed to give you an idea of what a good mechanic lien system consists of and how you can set that up within your business. Now, Daffern Law Firm, and me personally, I'm always available to help you talk through any of these issues. If you have questions, feel free to call our office. We're happy to guide you through this. We've provided you with forms and in PDF and Word to help you throughout this process. But please, I encourage you to reach out to us or to your personal lawyer to help them set up a mechanic lien system that fits for your business, because every business is different. Not every business is going to have the same system. Some are going to have more detailed, more complicated systems. Some are going to have a very simple system. It just depends on what your business is like and what you do in your business. So I encourage you to reach out to your lawyer, reach out to Daffern Law Firm. We're always happy to help you. So if you have any questions about this content, please give us a call. I'm always happy to talk to you. And I appreciate you following along with us during this process. And I look forward to seeing you again. Thank you.